Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's video, we will be going over a discussion about what really went down and why what could have possibly went down and why the Tank Davis Jake Paul fight is happening. Now, I know a lot of people want, they got the 2 cents that Tank is scared, Tank is a duck, Tank don't want to fight Lamont Roach because he's gonna lose. And listen, that's fine if that's your opinion. I'm not telling you wrong or refuting your opinion. All I'm doing is presenting you a different perspective that could possibly be the reason why the Jake Paul fight is happening and not the Lamont Roach rematch. Because we got to remember, and let me get this out the way to everybody that keeps telling me, y'all said the fight wasn't going to happen. Okay. Tons of people thought the fight wasn't going to happen. Y'all were right. Like, why do y'all keep saying that? Even still to this day, I don't even understand how the fight is happening, because what weight class are y'all going to fight at? And before that, I thought that the Amazon and Netflix streaming thing being on two different platforms, I thought that would be a barrier in making the fight. Obviously, it wasn't, because they're fighting on the Netflix platform. So they made the fight. I never said they wasn't going to make it. I said, I don't think it's happening. It doesn't make sense. Why do people keep saying that Tank is going to fight Jake Paul? What weight class they going to fight at? What streaming network they going to fight on? Like, I had all these questions. Now, the streaming network question has been answered, but I still don't know what weight they supposed to be fighting at. That still ain't been answered. And the fight still doesn't make any sense. But I told y'all before, in the video that I made 4 months ago when this rumor first started, I don't have a problem if he fight Jake Paul. I don't care. I don't care if he doesn't fight the rematch right away next. Then none of that bothered me. Now, y'all can be upset because you feel like everybody that's a Tank fan should have a problem with him fighting Jake Paul or not fighting the rematch and should be criticizing him. And if you're not criticizing him, I don't know what y'all want to do. But every Tank fan ain't the same. And because I'm not criticizing him or hating him or saying he ain't what I thought he was and all this extra shit, then what? I don't feel that way. That's not my opinion. It's just not my opinion. It doesn't have anything to do with me not want to criticize him and Tank can't never do nothing wrong and all of this emotional stuff y'all keep saying. I don't care which one of these fighters was fighting Jake Paul. I would have the same sentiment that I have right now. Do what's best for you and what's best for your career. Period. I just don't understand why anybody would think that any fighter would pass up on an opportunity like a Jake Paul fight to do a rematch with Lamont Roach. Like, are y'all serious? But anyway, I'm just here to make y'all think. So listen to this conversation that we had on my panel on the live the other day. And as you're going through the video, let me know and drop it below what you think about this perspective that's being presented to you now in this video. Check it out. Only person that says something ridiculous to a fan. Like, why do y'all do that? Go ahead, Big Dog Willie. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Yeah. So Jake Paul gave Tank a deadline that he had to fight Roach by. And when Tank got those legal problems, he couldn't do it. They wanted it before August, but August was the latest that his deadline can go. And when he got in trouble with his girl, he didn't train, he couldn't do anything, and the fight was already over by that point, as soon as he got in trouble with his girl.
I didn't think.
And so they wanted to start promoting the fight before the Canelo and what's his name, and Bud fight. That's why it came out so quick, right when he got over with the because I think what it was is like Jake Paul gave him a chance to get the fight with Roach, a rematch.
Right.
But when things didn't go down,
so Big Dog Willie, you're saying he tried to do it?
He tried to do it, but when it didn't go down, when it got pushed too far in the summer, that's when they're like, okay, just scrap it then, because we have to get this fight done by November. Because what do you think? But like, if this fight would really happen, it wouldn't be in August. It would be like in October now. And the fight's in November. The date was already set. It's going to be in November.
Mm-hmm.
That date was already set from last year.
To be honest, there could have been you made a valid point though, Big Dog Willie. I think that because a lot of sources were saying that the fight was August 16th, but
Right.
don't know that Tank
That
got
was the
locked.
latest it could be. That was the latest.
You know
Yeah,
what?
so, but that date going by, notice with that date going by, they announced the fight after that date.
Oh my god. Okay, so Big Dog Willie, that makes so much sense. Okay, so I follow this guy on Twitter, and he apparently is down with the camp, and so he kept talking about this Jake Paul thing too. So that's why I wasn't completely shocked when it came out, but he knows taking it. He's been right on the money, kind of he was right on the money. And I do think Tank did, so that makes so much sense because he could have squeezed both in. And Tank has been, for the last couple of years, Tank has been so adamant about trying to fight 3 times a year. Y'all remember that?
Right. Yeah.
But he
did want to fight 3 times,
which is his problem. That's his problem. He has been adamant saying he wants to fight 3 times a year. And I think that was the goal. Because he could have got the 2 real fights in, right? Because of course he didn't anticipate the draw with Roach, which had happened. And I remember at the post-fight press conference, he said, "Oh, I really wish I could, but I don't know if I can." And now it makes sense because he had already been in works with the Jake Paul fight, but he's now trying to see if I can squeeze this rematch in, which makes sense. Is like what Rich was saying, how he pump fake saying he can do it. He probably thought he could, but then he had the legal issues, and PBC's not about to fight, not gonna promote a fight while you got a legal battle going on. So he was trying to expedite it. That explains it all because he was trying to expedite it as quickly as possible, but he couldn't do it. The timing, which is Father's Day, June, the way the court system worked, it wasn't quick enough to get that done with, so he can go ahead fight. He didn't want to miss all this money. He wanted to do it all in one time, which had he not gotten into legal trouble, he would have been able to accomplish, right? And he could have done it all. So it actually makes sense. That completely makes sense now I'm thinking about it because this guy kept saying, "Oh yeah, he's going to fight Jake Paul." He got time to get this in, but then when that happened, he was like, there's no way. He's going to have to make a decision. Either he has to pick either or now, and which fight is more valuable and which one is not there later.
Right.
I think what makes sense is what's on the screen.
Let me say this. Hold on, y'all.
I think the tweet's why the fight's going to happen.
Boxing Hacker, why are you still talking about this tweet, bro? Stop it, Boxing Hacker.
Yeah, the tweet doesn't say anything about anything.
Hold on.
One thing we know about the Roach fight, okay, it's so if we gotta think about it from a business standpoint, which fight is more likely to be there for you later, right? Because of course, I personally wanted Roach next, right? I feel like I don't even want this fight. I really don't want it. I hate this fight. I think it's trash. I do not like it. Now, business-wise, it's a whole other conversation. I get why he's doing it, but it does make sense. And it's okay, so if I have to choose one or the other to do this year, if I fight Jake, okay, he's risking it. If I fight Jake Paul, that's a bigger fight. And let's say he comes up to Jake Paul, he doesn't get any damage. Does that not make the Roach fight bigger later?
That's why it don't make sense to sue him, Jew.
Right. It's it makes it bigger later. And so now he might not fight him at all. We can't. I don't know because we don't know. He might not fight him at all. But I get why he probably could had that fight happen in August. He could have turned around because it's not even a real fight. It's a exhibition. He actually could have went on to fight Jake in November, but this court case kind of ruined it. That makes sense.
Let me say this. Hold on. Boxing Hacker. Cash Crypto, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I need you to throw that nigga in the back one time, man. I don't really care about this fucking situation, man. I know my place. I just sit back and watch the fights I get. The announcements come when they come, man. I don't give a damn about none of this shit, man. Motherfuckers crying about nothing. Bunch of couch potatoes with emotions.
Coach Eddie, you still up there?
But here's Jude, your conspiracy theories, it makes sense, right? Let's say it's it works just like that conspiracy theory, right?
Man, shut the fuck up.
Here's the thing about it, though. He should tell Lamont Roach that. You see, it's still bad business.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. He don't
can't
Lamont
leave
Roach
another
nothing.
fighter. You guys are just talking to the fans. You can't leave another fighter hanging. That's his career as well.
Hey, look, all right, hold on. I'm in this situation right now.
Okay.
I'm in this situation right now.
Can I
limbo? You can't do that.
Hold on. Please let me respond to this clown. I'm in the situation right now. I'm like, I have my start date is on Monday to be in Columbus, Ohio for Amazon to do some HVAC work or whatever. If I go out there before Monday and encounter any motherfucking problem, I can't sue Amazon or put liability on Amazon.
Yeah.
But like, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like they have no contractual obligations to me.
Correct.
I have none to them prior to that date.
Correct.
Roach, you're talking like Tank backed out of a contractual obligation when Roach didn't even have the leeway to make a rematch clause or anything because Tank was pulling him the fuck up.
Again,
so
you're ignoring what I said initially.
Right, and I did say he doesn't. Hold on,
wait.
No,
I never said there was a contractual
me.
obligation. Let's clarify that.
Okay,
I said
no, but can we clarify something else?
What happened prior? It depends on the antecedent. It depends on the
Hacker,
initial.
that's not what that happened.
Okay,
You're doing. That's not how it happened. That's not how it happened. The contract was open. The contract he had with Roach is open. It's open. Listen.
Wait.
It's an open contract. There's no date.
Boxing after you were responding to me, and you said you claimed I was using a conspiracy theory, which is not a conspiracy theory.
Like the guy. What y'all
saying? Okay, so keep talking and just okay.
What y'all saying is great.
You don't listen. You don't listen, dude.
He doesn't listen. You responded to me, and you accused me of using conspiracy theory.
No, it's a conspiracy theory, of course.
It's not a conspiracy. How is it a conspiracy? There's no conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy.
I'm using Lamont's own
Every
word.
every time somebody said something that was honest or truthful about Tank or whatever, Hacker was making an expression like y'all was twisting his arm or some shit. Somebody was bending his fingers back. Hey, yo, that should be so funny. That should be so funny. I was just in the background muted laughing at this nigga the whole time. This nigga's a clown, yo.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get Jupe, and then I'm gonna let Boxing Hacker go, and then I'm gonna let Rich go. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So he accused me of having a conspiracy theory. How's it a conspiracy theory when I'm literally just bringing the facts together of what Lamont Roach said, what Jake Paul said, and what has materialized? Like, that's not a conspiracy theory. Tank said, I would love to fight Roach next. And by the way, and then he said, I would love to do it. I don't know if I can. He said, I don't know if it can be. That's exactly what he said at the post-fight press conference. And this is when Tank was still like cool with Roach. This is before like Roach started doing the extra stuff that pissed Tank off. Like, this is like, he was still like he at the post-fight press conference, Tank was asking the media, did y'all get a chance to interview Roach? Did y'all give him his like Tank was trying to make sure that Roach had all the exposure to the media. He was still promoting this man after the draw. Like, go back and look at it, right? So this was him like, I don't know if it can be next. Like, I'll do it next. And then Roach won his tour, which is fine. But Roach is the one who told us consistent fight. I want this fight just as probably more than you do. But there is no, so please don't accuse me of having any conspiracy theories when you're the one who's doing the maybe. What if PBC said? What if? Meanwhile, there's also rumors out there that Roach had a fight plan this whole time with someone else.
Okay.
If you want to go into the conspiracy theory, since you don't want to talk about the what ifs, so please don't do that. Like, don't you're doing too much. It's not that serious. You don't gotta make up stuff and say somebody's doing some conspiracy theory because it's not that deep.
Okay.
All right, let me say this.
I'm about to go.
Okay, Big Dog Willie, go ahead. What you got? No, hold on, Boxing Hacker. What you got, Big Dog Willie?
Go ahead.
I just want to say before I'm at work. I think Roach is doing this lawsuit either for compensation, just to try to scare Tank and give him some money, or he's scared that Tank's gonna retire. He ain't gonna get no money. So I think that he's just doing it and to see pie up in the sky or throw something and see if it sticks. I don't think he can. That's not exactly. He's not trying to. He's not going to sue. He's just going to try to throw something. And hopefully, I get compensated. Hopefully, I get part of the rematch money. Because Tank might just retire after this Jake Paul shit. We don't know how much Tank's going to get paid. It's not going to be no $200 million, but it's going to be enough that Tank can be like, I'm done with boxing. So, and then there's no fight for him anyway. Then.
Yep, that's exactly. He tries to spook some money about him because this man been spending. I've been following Lamont Roach for like the last 2 years. I've never seen him go as hard as he has in the last 6 months, and he been spending and whatever, and he probably made plans for stuff, banking on this, assuming, and
that was a big
mistake
on his part. That was a big. Let me read this comment real quick. It said, "So now y'all heard what a different perspective and what people had to say. What do you all think?" You heard him say that the fight was already in place. You constantly heard Gervonta Tank Davis say, "I want it next, but I don't think it can be next. We're gonna try to get it next." Obviously, he tried to get it next. See, I think there's a narrative that, oh, he didn't try to do nothing and this and that. Like, obviously, he tried to get the fight. He had the legal issues going on. They weren't able to squeeze the rematch in before the Jake Paul fight. So he had to go with the Jake Paul fight before he went with the Lamont Roach rematch. Will he retire after the Jake Paul fight and never fight Lamont Roach or any other fighters that people want him to fight? I don't know. I don't know if he's going to retire, but I'm not going to be mad and cry and complain. And I don't even know for sure if he's going to retire yet. We don't know. But I just wanted to present y'all with a different perspective, and let me know and drop it below what you think about the reason why the Tank and Jake Paul fight is happening instead of the Roach rematch. Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. Be sure to follow me on IG at 2 Cents Boxing and follow me on X at 2 Cents 20, and stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video.